In today's video we're gonna do an ultimate comparison between Minecraft and a 3D rendered version of Minecraft. For this process I use Cinema 4D, Blender, Octane and Lazytextures. You can also do this completely for free by using Lazytextures and Blender. So I begin my 3D journey by doing Minecraft designs. I did headers for other YouTubers to earn money. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but this is what I did back in the days. So that's because I'm really excited to do this video. So first I need to research a workflow to get this done. So back in the days I would use Mineways to do something like this. With Mineways you can export your Minecraft worlds, and I would use the replay mod to export the camera data. But nowadays it's a little bit easier. You can use a fabric mod that is called Igrum's Replay Exporter. This mod is combining everything together, so you can export the map and the camera data in one step. But it took me like 1 hour to figure out how to install this mod. And that's only because I'm too dumb to read 2 lines of console code. After I researched it a little bit with ChatGPT, I found out that I just need to install 2 other mods. So you need the replay mod, the exporter and fabric API. So I fixed this problem and let's get started. So you install all of the mods in the Minecraft version 1.20.4. Then start Minecraft, open a new world and do some camera movements. Then close the map, go back to the title and click on this replay button. After that you need to set up your keyframes. For setup is keyframes, you go to the top. In this slider go to the start of your video, do a keyframe in the bottom slider. After that play your video, go to the end part of your video and set another keyframe. Then you can review your animation by clicking on the play button on the bottom. After that I exported the video and exported the point replay file for Blender. It's also important to get a Blender add-on for an Igrum. This allows you to import later this replay file. So we're done with Minecraft and let's get started in Blender. So if you install the Blender add-on, you can import the replay file by just clicking on import and import replay file. For me it was a little bit confusing that Blender freezes a few minutes if I import this file, but keep on and wait and it will open. A little side note, I used Blender 3.6 because I saw in the changelogs and some tutorials that it doesn't work with latest Blender versions. So maybe it also works with some newer versions of Blender, but 3.6 is working for me, so maybe you try it out and this is also working for you. After that I clean up my world and split the animation and the world in separate files. It's important because I had some problems to export the FBX file with the world in it because Blender keeps crashing and it doesn't work for somehow, I don't know. But this is working for me, so I split it later the world and the animation and export the world as an OBJ and the animation as a FBX file. So I started with the world and imported it into Cinema 4D. After that I know that Octane has a problem with low size textures, so I go back to Photoshop and resize my picture by 5K. For this I use a pixel repetition profile because I want to have the clean look of the Minecraft textures. Then I convert my materials to Octane materials, added a world material and imported my textures. I connect the textures with the color and the alpha channel, then I reviewed it and noticed the problem. The grass texture was gray. That's because Minecraft is using a grass texture that is gray inside of the texture pack to color it later when you are in different biomes or different places of the map. So I needed to fix it in Photoshop and give it some color. To fix this problem I need to find the right UV place for this, go back to Photoshop and make it green. And after a quick review it works, so we can keep on. The camera animation took most of the time in this process, because yeah, the Blender export of camera animations or animations in general to other programs is a little bit, yeah, I will call it interesting. So let's talk about it. So I deleted every entity and block out of the replay file, exported it into Cinema 4D and I found some flipped axes. This is a problem that I will mention later. So for now I just flipped the axis to 180 degrees. But the head doesn't move. That's because I have some problems with my replay file, so I go back to the Minecraft and export the replay file again. But first I try to use the camera animation of the normal video, but this camera just doesn't move. I don't know why, but it doesn't move, so I try to export just the replay file again and put it into Blender. And after I came back into Blender and imported the replay file, I saw the head moves. I don't know why this head moves, but it works, and maybe I had some other issues that I didn't mention and I don't know, but it works for me. The head moves now, so I just keep on. So I cleaned up my scene again, exported it into Cinema 4D. Back in Cinema 4D I saw the head moves, so I try to keep on. My problem was the axis and the transformation was completely different inside of Cinema 4D and I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. I don't know. So I tried to open Minecraft and align it by hand. And it kind of works, so I tried to do it again, look into the Blender file and find some issues or some transformations that I maybe missed or something, and then I saw this. some weird transformations inside of the 3D animation. I don't know why are there or what's wrong with that, but I was like, okay, just apply them and try to align it. And we had the same problem as before, and I want to talk about it. I don't know why, but Blender is not using the X, Y, and Z axis. It's a little bit different, I don't know, because the Y axis is the depth axis. I don't know why, but in every other program you have like X, Y, and Z, and this is X, Z, Y. I don't know why. Why is Blender so difficult or so different to other 3D programs? It's interesting. I don't know. I was screaming through my monitor. I don't know why this happened and why is this thing, but just keep on and do it again. So I applied my transformations and it kind of works. I tried to move it a little bit and applied like I have it in Minecraft already, and I have Minecraft opened on my second monitor and use like the camera path that is inside of Minecraft to get this something close to it. I don't know, it works. So then I keep on. So after that I reviewed everything, the animation and everything. It's working completely fine, and I was clearly done to make a preview of that and take a look how the Minecraft world looks when I just use a Octane sky or physical base sky to represent everything. And that's what I came up with. It's cool to see a Minecraft gameplay rendered with a physical sky inside of Octane, and it looks really interesting and I like it, so I was keeping on. So after I fixed all my weird issues with transformations and everything, I do that what I most like. I just like to create worlds and build some different textures and do different shapes and fill up the world or an environment with assets and everything. That's what I like the most inside of a 3D world or the 3D space in general. So I started to do this. So first I saw the sunflowers. I really like the sunflowers and I was like, okay, maybe I find a sunflower on Fab and I can use it. And yeah, I found one and imported it into Cinema 4D, scattered it to the floor. I need to separate the floor first, then I scattered everything on top of it and I liked it. So I was keeping on to replace the textures. So for the dirt texture I use a dirt texture from Lazytextures, and for the grass texture I use a grass texture from Lazytextures, and yeah, throw it on the model and go for cubic mapping for everything, and it works kind of fine. I don't know. I was playing a little bit with the displacement because the displacement is a little bit weird because you have like cube shapes and you need to move the displacement right that you don't have gaps on the edges, obviously, and yeah, it works, it looks good. So I was scattering some grass on it and that's what I came up with, and I really liked it and I was keeping on. So if you like the materials, you can go to the description. There is my project called Lazytextures. Lazytextures is a big library of materials that I created. So you can just go there and get like 200 materials completely for free, CC0, for your projects, and maybe you like it and you use it. I will also work on a lazy bridge that is bridging between standalone software to Blender or Cinema 4D, Octane and Redshift. Maybe you like it and check it out, link is in the description. So then I add some hills and water to fill up the environment out of the island where the player is moving. And I also create some trees. For the trees I just use a grid cloner that I cloned and make it to a cubic shape. Inside of this cloner I use planes to represent leaves, and I also used leaf textures from, guess what, Lazytextures, and put it on the plane. And after I set it up everything, and I used the wood stamp from the original Minecraft shape to use it as the wood as a base. And after that I put around the wood shape the leaf blocks, and I came up with this and I really liked it. I also put a wood texture, obviously from Lazytextures, on the wood stamp to represent some real wood, and then I placed all of my trees inside of my 3D scene and I came up with this and I really liked it. After that I set up the scatter for the background hills. This scatter is used to scatter trees around the hills that are in the background, obviously, to don't make it plainly look and have some trees in the background, obviously. And yeah, I liked it and we keep on. So after a quick review I set up an HDRI and set up a plane with cloud emulation. So I emulated clouds for cloud shadowing all over the place, so you don't have uniform sunlight everywhere. That is looking really good, I like it. Then I set up my depth of field, motion blur, and render it out. It took me like 11 hours. It's completely crazy to took 11 hours to render a Minecraft animation, but yeah, this is what I came up with, and yeah, let's take a look. So this was my first Minecraft recreation. I really liked it. I want to do something more like this. It's really exciting for me. Maybe you have some ideas what I can recreate in 3D from Minecraft. I really like your ideas. Maybe you put some in the comment. I also think it would be a little bit easier if I don't use like Cinema 4D and Octane and just do it only in Blender alone, because the exporting part was really exhausting and it took really much time. This video only took like 2 days. It's not a problem. I try to upload every 2 days a new video, so I try to challenge myself to get this done inside of 2 days. So it kind of works, but I think it would be a little bit easier and I had more time if I just use Blender alone and don't do it in Cinema 4D and Octane, obviously. So maybe if you are a person that tries to recreate something from Minecraft or your Minecraft animation inside of Blender, you can use this workflow. It's really easy. I will put some tutorials inside of the description. That's not a problem. So I first did this in this video, so I just needed to research some workflows and get something like this. So maybe you are interested to do something like this, or maybe you are interested to do me something more like this videos and do some more animations of this. And yeah, maybe you text me in the comments what kind of recreation I should do. Check out Lazytextures if you want to have like free textures, models or HDRIs. And yeah, happy rendering and have a great day.